Hey guys, Fred Roumbanis here with Major League Fishing, and today I'm going to share some of my deepest swim bait secrets. Here we are, it's summertime, the water temperature is in the 80 degrees, we're in an Ozark style lake, clear water, and this will go coast to coast on any clear water body, summertime fishing. What happens is the sun comes up, the bluegill and perch get confined to these docks. They get up in the shade, you can actually look underneath and you can see those bluegill. Well, guess what? That is what those bass want to eat. It's easy food for them, and the best way for me to mimic something like that and to get those fish to really want to commit to a bait that I'm throwing is to throw a swim bait. I've designed this swim bait. It's the Optimum Bait Boom Boom swim bait. It's a brand new bait. It's a 6-inch style bait. The reason we came out with the 6-inch style, it's the perfect size, again, coast to coast tournament bait. It's got a harness in it with a weighted head. And this weighted head with the harness, treble hook, allows the head to really quiver and panic like a panic perch or bait fish. And then the tail's got the thump and it's got a little bit of a body roll. Super inline, straight bait. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll it around these boat docks, around the shade. I'm using it on, actually I've got it on light line because the water's really clear. I got it on 12 pound. And basically just throwing it, on my crank launch iRod. It's a 7'11" rod, allows for really long casts because there's going to be times where I'm going to want to bomb it across a point or something like that. And just slow retrieve. Let the bait do everything. We've put a lot of time into designing this bait, and it's pretty simple. Just cast it out and slowly reel it in. And you can see the sun's kind of coming over our heads. The sun's over here. It's forcing a shadow coming at us. These fish are going to want to get pushed up in the shade. They don't have eyelids, so they can't just sit out in the sun. They gotta be kind of compacted against that shade, and that's where all the bait is and everything else. So a couple little tricks when you're fishing boat docks with a swim bait. One is get really good at skipping a bait. Be able to cast it and skip it way up underneath there. And that's just gonna take time and skill, practice to gain that skill. But when you get that going, this bait's flat, it's easy to skip. It's perfect for that. And then the other thing is I'll just throw it overhead a lot of times. I'm just going to throw it, make a loud splash. That's not a problem because what that is doing is it's getting the fish's attention. And then just slowly reel it along the edge of these docks. Creep it along the shadows. I'm holding my rod tip down, just enough tension to keep the line barely tight. And sometimes I got to walk to the back of the boat because I get to moving a little quick here. And if you get near a dock that doesn't have a post, let it go underneath that dock. This one's got a post, so I got to stay kind of behind it so it doesn't get hung up. Look at that one behind it. Oh, did you see that one hit it? One just came up and smoked it right there. I don't know if you saw that. You got a little close to the boat, but that was pretty cool. So what I've done is I've added a 1/0 Gamakatsu hook. And what I do is, if you notice these two fins right here, they kind of protect the hooks a little bit from getting hung up. But the bait's so soft that when a fish crushes down, it's getting hooked. We're gonna pitch it up into some of these stalls. Let it sink a little bit and then just reel it back. And I promise you, if there's a big fish, one thing is you'll get their curiosity. They're gonna wanna come out and chase it. If they commit to it, that's awesome. If they don't, think about following up with something else. Think about following up with maybe a soft plastic bait, maybe a soft jerk bait, or a soft wacky rig. Next time you're out fishing in the summertime in an area that's got a lot of boat docks, clear water, give throwing a swim bait a good try because you've got an opportunity of catching a fish of a lifetime and sometimes lots of numbers of fish. And this new Boom Boom swim bait by Optimum Baits is the perfect choice.